In a moment, we'll see who joined Torquay in the dreaded drop into the conference after we sought the yeses from the maybes, from the not tonight Josephines, at the top of League Two.
Going into Saturday, Walsall and Hartlepool were already up and would fight out the title on the final day, but the last automatic spot was still open between Swindon and the MK Dons. Then 4 teams contested the final 3 playoff places: Lincoln City, Shrewsbury, Bristol Rovers and Stockport County. It didn't start well though for the MK Dons at home to Accrington Stanley, who had nothing left to play for. They fell behind before quarter of an hour had been played. David Brown, the spoiler, and the Dons needed more than that. At Sincil Bank, there was a scare too for Lincoln as Scott Kerr upended Chester's Chris Holroyd. He took the spot kick too, but was no match for Alan Marriott. That save kept Lincoln in the hunt for the playoffs. Shrewsbury were at home in Gay Meadow, possibly for the very last time, unless they could secure a playoff place. Going behind to Andy Taylor's goal wasn't part of that plan. Meanwhile, first blood to Hartlepool in the title race. Joel Porter springing the offside trap. That goal, incidentally, put Bristol Rovers teetering on the brink. Their future now depended partly on Stockport County, just down the road in Darlington, and taking the initiative too. So long as Rovers didn't win, Stockport knew that a victory here would do for the playoffs. Evan Horwood was sent off for Darlington. That meant Anthony Elding was left with the spot kick. Stockport now, as things stood, in a playoff place. It got better for them too in the second half. 10-man Darlington unable to cope with the blue onslaughts. 2-0 now through David Poole. Then Swindon took the lead against Walsall. 52 minutes played and Gerald Eiffel with the header. Hartlepool's title now, if nothing changed. But it did change. Willie Bolands took out Craig Disley and Bristol Rovers had the chance to move back on terms. Richard Walker nailed the penalty, but they'd still need another to edge out Stockport. Ensured that their season ended with a whimper. Stockport broke through once again. Number 5, Anthony Elding's 16th of the season. 4 minutes left, and then this in Hartlepool. Ricky Lambert's header shuffled the pack once more. As things stood now, Bristol Rovers were in the playoffs and Walsall had the title. Lincoln were just making things sure. A congested area, a whistle for a handball, and another penalty, this time for Lincoln. Jamie Forrester made it 2-0. Meanwhile, MK Dons continued their revival, even though their hopes of third spot were all but gone. Jude Sterling heading in his first goal for the club. Then Nick Fenton's late equaliser for Grimsby at Gay Meadow changed the order again, meaning that Shrewsbury would now face MK Dons in their playoff semi. But the last word went to the champions-elect. Dean Keats lashing in a fantastic goal for Walsall. To them, then, the title, and they'd done it with a dash of class at the death. A goal which will get replayed often enough at the Bescots. But on the final whistle, both sides could celebrate. Swindon and Walsall up alongside Hartlepool. From the fans, to the players, to the mascots, to the chairman and the manager.
Hey, Chairman, you need more money next year, son. I'm saying...
I'll have that bottle of you.
OK. I'm saying so in the end...
Bristol Rovers, though, had snuck into the playoffs with just 4 minutes left from 9 months of football. Just to confirm then, the line-up for the playoff semis. Bristol Rovers are at home to Lincoln City and Shrewsbury play the MK Dons.
So at the top of League Two, it's congratulations to Swindon and commiserations in particular to Stockport for this year at least. At the bottom, there were 3 teams still clinging to their league status coming into the final day: Macclesfield, Boston and Wrexham. And the last 2 were playing each other at the racecourse ground.
Torquay lost their Football League spot 3 weeks ago, but who would follow them down? Macclesfield started the day just the right side of the line, but they weren't safe yet, and their fate might yet be decided by the teams either side of them in the table, who met in North Wales. The drama began at Moss Rose, watched by a very excited Brian Green.
Poke it and shoot! Yeah! North Wales 1-0! Macclesfield 1, Notts County 0.
A lead meant safety for Macclesfield, but it didn't last. Andy Parkinson broke free to level it for Notts County. And almost immediately, Mac were really back in the mix with news of a goal at the racecourse ground. Here's Bob Simmons.
That's towards Green. Chance, goal! Boston make the breakthrough. Evans Magnificent save from Marriott. Penalty. No danger at all. Brilliant penalty. Ryan Valentine. Bristol are in. That's the decider, surely.
Boston were as good as down, but back at Macclesfield, the governor wanted to make sure. Paul Ince brought himself on for his first appearance for the club, but he needn't have bothered because Wrexham finished the job for him.
Crosses in towards the near post and it's there. It's Proctor. It's 3-1 Wrexham.
Wrexham's win meant survival for a club who suffered administration and the deduction of 10 points just 3 years ago. A similar sorry fate now appears to face Boston. Ince and his players could celebrate recovery from 13 points adrift when he took charge. But down in Devon, an 80-year stay in the Football League was officially ended. Torquay down into the conference with a whimper after a goalless draw with Hereford. Boston go down with Torquay, and the Pilgrims directors have entered into a company voluntary arrangement which could mean a 10-point deduction. That's academic now. Rochdale and Peterborough shared 6 goals and finished 9th and 10th. One-time playoff hopefuls Wickham had to settle for 12th place. Heartbreak for Stockport, but all 3 clubs who came down to League 2 last season have gone straight back up again.
So there's only a couple of questions left to answer. Who's going to Wembley from the Championship? We will sort that out in a playoff semi-final special at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, the 16th of May here on ITV1. For now, though, it's congratulations to Birmingham City and in particular, of course, to Sunderland, who go up as champions of the Championship. You get the feeling, though, that Roy Keane has hardly started.